Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today's video, we're looking at this problem that many people have, which is when they dance, they feel very stiff. They might watch themselves back on videos and see they look really stiff in their upper body. So we're going to look at how to unlock some movement in your body as a leader and a follower in West Coast swing dancing. It's worth saying as well that you might not want to use this tool. It's a tool which you can choose to use. For example, when we dance to blues music, we tend to not have so much body movement. It tends to be more staccato, emphasizing things on the feet, doing movements like this, and so on. Woo! So much fun as well. So we might not emphasize as much the torso. So what we can do something which Ben Morris mentions in a great video by himself and Doug Stilton, which I'll link below, on background body motion. And this is that whilst you're dancing, there's a bit of movement going on in your body in the background. It adds a really nice little flavour to the dance. It's not necessarily adding that big obvious style. It's more like stuff happening whilst you're moving with a nice little general little flavour there. And then again, you might then add bigger things, but this is background movement. So we'll look at how we can do that today and to unlock you and unlock your body in that. So my first tip is to think about how we can unlock the shoulders. So rather than keeping them still, we can move a shoulder up and down. A lot of the time, it's quite nice just to move one at a time rather than both. That is an option as well. But we're going to think about one at a time. So moving this one up and down, like this, and this one up and down. So that's one option we have. We can also move one forwards and backwards. Maybe just forwards here, or going backwards as well. Like this, other side, forwards. Doing that 4 times. And backwards, like this. And then we can think about rolling a shoulder forwards like this. It can be just on the forwards plane or going backwards to forwards. So nice moving the body. I love body movement like this. I'm doing the whole thing here with this shoulder. We go backwards. It can be half a roll. You might want to do a fuller roll. But again, we're for the sakes of the drill, we're doing like, maybe might do bigger movement. But then when you're doing your background body motion, it might be a bit smaller, a bit more subtle like this. So there's some options with the shoulders. I also really I'm inspired by the Art of Dance course I've done by Kyle Hanagami online. And he mentions similar things to this in terms of the body isolations. Something I like that he mentions as well is that as we step, we can do like a little body roll forwards, for example, a body roll, a shoulder roll forwards like this. So that's cool as well. Anyway, the next thing I like a lot is the ribs. I love the ribs. And to help with this one, you can put your arms out to the side. And then we're going to isolate the ribs. So we're not moving the hips or tilting the head like this, like a plane. We're going to move out to the side like this. So like I'm reaching out, and this helps me to isolate those ribs. And the ribs are going from side to side like this. And then to help me sort of keep that movement going, I'll put the hands down slowly as the ribs continue to move from side to side. And now we're sliding that rib cage from left to right. I can also move the rib cage in another dimension. I can go forwards and backwards like this. Forwards, I'm thinking about going diagonally upwards, and then backwards, like hunching the back like this. And sometimes people say you've got more movement going backwards than you have forwards as well. And then we can also think about on the diagonals. So rather than going straight forwards or to the side, we can go diagonally forwards to the other side, diagonally backwards, and diagonally backwards to the other side. And then we can draw those all together, and then we do more like a roll of the ribs, or changing directions as well. Really nice and really fun. So that's that. Now, something I love what Ben Morris said as well is that you can, rather than always either doing a full body roll or like a side to side one, you can actually just do one quadrant, for example, the front part or the back part like this, and you can repeat that one. Again, more flavors to add in your dancing here. That's that with the rib cage. Then we can move on to the hips. Again, hips has lots of options as well. We can do the hips moving. We can do a hip coming down like this and down like a U shape. So we're moving those hips rather than just keeping them still. We can also, for example, lift up a hip like this. And here we can think about the muscles here are contracting, which brings the hip up. I can even use a foot as well to help me if I want. I can lift it up here. There we are. And on the other side as well. like this. So we are also moving the hip. We can even, this is what I love as well, but keeping the feet planted, I can even twist the hips like this. Sometimes we forget this, and we think we have to do this. But we can actually keep the feet planted and twist those hips. That adds another dimension of movement. And what I also like is that we can lead by twisting and then bring it out like this. And now we can start thinking about a figure of 8. So I'm doing a figure of 8 facing straight forwards like this. Kind of face everything forwards. And by figure of 8, what I mean is you're looking down and you're drawing a number 8 down on the ground like this. Like that. But now I can actually twist it and lead on the diagonal first and go on the diagonal. And that's cool. I think it looks cool as well. Like this. And there we are, some more hip options. We can also tilt the hips forwards and backwards. So I can go tilting them forwards and back, forwards and back, and forwards and back. Showing on the side here, I might be tilting them forwards. Imagine there's like a ball of water. The ball's tipping water out forwards or tipping the water out backwards. So forwards and back, forwards and back, forwards and back. And then we can do with those hip circles. So I can obviously go all the way around like this, but I can also go like a half circle, or I can tilt the hips and then go that half circle. It's a bit like the figure of 8 at the beginning. I go the other way as well. So there we are. There's some options for you here. Now, how do you bring that to your West Coast swing? I hear you asking. Yes, wow. So when I'm dancing as a leader or as a follower, because these tips are for leaders and followers in West Coast swing, if I'm leading a sugar push, I might add some little of those like on the rolls with a rib cage, but on like one of the quadrants as I'm doing that, as I feel the music is leading me like this, or a path, and then adding some of those rolls. I might just bring the chest forwards and backwards like this. I could add a little roll, body roll, which leads me also into body rolls. So body rolls is where I'm in front of a wall. I can imagine where my chest is coming first in touching the wall, and then we go to the bottom of the ribs touching the wall, then the hips, and as I'm moving down, the other parts above are moving away. Like this. So if I was to go against this piece of glass here and then do the body roll, also one foot in the front tends to help as well. So I'm here, I'm going to touch head first, but in fact what I recommend is actually going the body first rather than the head. I'm making really big with the head. So we can go with the body first, touching here, and then it's slowly touching, going down towards the hips, and then we peel away. Hopefully the microphone was okay there. And then the hips we can finish at the end like this. So I'm going here with the body, the rest of the chest, down to the hips, as I'm moving away the top parts, the parts above, then we do that there. So again, back to what the leads were doing. So that was our body roll. So back to what the leads were doing is, as I'm doing, for example, a sugar push, 1, let me do that one again. So we're going to go, and a 1, and a 2, 3, and 4. I can do a body roll, my anchor step, without doing any other footwork, or I can do it as I do my footwork. So again, 1, 2, 3, and 4 without any footwork, 5 and 6, or with footwork, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm stepping 5 and 6, ready to stretch. Followers, same thing. I'm doing my sugar push, and a 1, and a 2, 3, and a 4. I can do my roll as I anchor, or with the footwork, 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4, 5 and a 6, and again, bringing all those other things as well. So I might do some rib movements to the side. As a follower, I could go and a 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4, and then side to the middle and side as I do my anchor step. So side to the middle and side. Instead of going side all the way to the other side and to the side, not a great idea. Again, Miles and Tessa were really good with that one, that tip there. So again, followers, it's and a 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4. I'm going to the side, middle and side. And leaders, similar thing. We're going and a 1, 2, 3 and a 4, side and side. And that's some other suggestions for your background body motion. I might want to anchor away from my partner more from the hips. So as I lead into my 1, I might want to go more from the ribs here, So we can also choose what part to go away from. So now when you're dancing, you might be thinking, this music's really groovy. I'm enjoying moving maybe some of my hips, my torso as I'm dancing away, follower as well. I'm doing my coming around, enjoying this movement with the body, and so on. Now, another great thing as well, Ben mentioned, we can also think about adding different elements together. So my ribs might be coming to the side with a bit of a shoulder afterwards. That's a nice one there. Or might be it going to the side and a roll, or weight transfer I could also do, as I will do a roll like this. Might go, I might move, I'm making things up now, but I could imagine going for my ribs to the side, and maybe a bit of hip as well, as I do my background body motion. So lots of ingredients to play with, and you don't have, I'm not saying you have to be like really like this and too many body parts moving at the same time. It's more like subtle in the background, like this, as a leader or a follower. Another thing we can also do is play with angles and body shaping. Now, body shaping I really enjoy. So as a follower, I might want to shape my body and do this, making more of, I like to call this the banana shape. See, I might be doing it on purpose, a banana shape. I'm not doing it all the time. It's a stylistic choice. As a leader as well, I might be going for a banana shape as I go into this here. And that's really fun as well. I might want to keep an angle when I'm dancing. So I'm doing my sugar push here. I come forwards. I'm going to stay in this angle now and be moving away from now more of an angle than usual. As I come forwards, my right side pass in an angle. Followers as well. As I'm doing a left side pass, I might want to stay now in this angle and then come in or sugar push on an angle. And nice. And this is adding dynamics in our West Coast swing dancing as you see fit. So these are tools you can add artistically for how the music is maybe moving you, how your partner is doing as well. You might be inspired to try and emulate what your partner is doing. And I hope that's been useful for you. And do let me know in the comments below which tips you found most helpful, and if you have any tips of your own. And I would love to invite you to subscribe to this channel by clicking on the subscribe button below and on the bell icon. It also helps you to get notified when videos are available. And I would love to invite you as well to sponsor me, become a partner with me, for me to be able to go to West Coast swing events and do competitions together. This is something I would love to do more of, and with your help that can really help me to go out to these events. It's like we're partnering together, like we can compete together as I'm doing those competitions. I can give updates on how the competitions go, the World Swing Dance Council events, and also to go to workshops, and I would love to do some online courses as well. So if you'd like to partner with me, then do contact me for more details. And also I'm available for one-to-one lessons, whether it's with you as an individual or as a group or with a partner, and this can be done online or in person. If you found this video helpful, I would also like to invite you to give this a like. And in case you don't know, I'm Philippe de Barros, and I'm a West Coast swing dance teacher and of course a dancer. And I also do solo dance styles. I'm currently doing classes in ballet and in hip hop and commercial dance and so on. And also you're very welcome to follow me on my social media such as Instagram or Facebook, and I have more information in the description below. And I also have an email list. If you'd like to subscribe to my email list, I have also details in the description below. And enjoy the dancing, and don't forget to let your style shine. And do check out these next videos to help you on your West Coast swing journey.